Okay, well, I'm gonna throw some ideas out there to get a horse a little more comfortable with these cowboy curtains. This colt here, he's always been scared of the cowboy curtain, and what I want him to come to believe is that this is the quietest place on the farm. So I'll always set myself up a hook or something where maybe I can pull two of these back out and give him a nice hole to come through, get his confidence up. You notice I'm using a sack here. This horse isn't afraid of this sack. I've rubbed him with it plenty. I've ridden him with it. What I wanted to feel is, hey, I've asked you to come forward. If he fails to come forward, I'm going to get animated with this sack. Maybe I'll even pop him in the ribs there a little bit to say, hey, I want forward. Right here, I want forward. And if he fails, I show him the sack. So there, I'll let him get his head in here. Now, a mistake a lot of people will do is they'll send their horse through. It's my opinion on this anyway. But they'll send their horse through, and the horse bolts through. And what happens is they get this curtain behind their eye. See how his anxiety went up? And they want to bolt through. As soon as that curtain gets behind their eye, they squirt. So for me, what I do, and I hold my lead rope with my thumb down. I saw Ty Evans do this just the other day in a video. Thumb down, thumb down. This way you got really good leverage and you can push right down towards the front of his chest there. But I let him get up in here. I'll rub him here. Then I always make them back up a step. I'll let him come forward, stop. I'll love on him. Then I make him back up a step. His only way in and out of here is forwards and backwards on command. He's a little more nervous on his right side. He can come forward a step, stop and think. Back up a step, stop and think. If he goes more than I asked him, now he has to come back forward. I'll kind of get after him here. Say, hey, nobody asked you to back clear up there, Steve. Nobody asked you to back clear up there. But I don't prevent him from backing out if he wants to go. If he wanted to back up those 6 or so steps, I don't get in a tug of war and try to keep him from doing it. But when he gets back there, those 5 or 6 steps that he thought he wanted, I kind of make his life a little more chaotic there. And I'll back him up a step. I'll bring him forward a step, stop and think. Bring him forward, stop and think. Take a step, stop and think. Right about here, you got to be careful that he doesn't feel that. It's kind of back by his flank and now think it's going to grab him in the ass. And he should squirt on through. So right here, he has to back himself back out of here. Good. Take a step, stop and think. Take a step, stop and think. Right here, we're going to go ahead and drop one of these curtains down. There you go. Make it a little tighter for him. And come forward. As soon as he feels that forward, good boy. As soon as he feels this forward, say he should come. Good. Good. I'll rub on him this side. This is his more skittish side. So I'll kind of let him feel this curtain's coming up on him too. There. You see, sometimes that noise from up above is what kind of gets him up there too. Good. Now he's got to take just one step back. Stop and think. Go rub him. Take a step. Stop and think. Come forward. Stop and think. Take a step. Stop and think. Back a step. Stop and think. When I go ahead and take him all the way out, I don't let him march out of it. Take a step. Stop and think. You still have to listen to instruction all the time. Take a step. Stop and think. Back up, stop and think. I always wanted curious about every hoof beat, every heartbeat. What is Jerry going to ask me to do next? Now he's clear out. So here I'm going to back him. He's going to feel that hit him in the ass. There we go. Good boy. And I worked with him yesterday. Today's about as good as he's ever done. Good. I'll just kind of let him come on out and gather his wits. It'll be quite the test for him. He has to find his own way through now. Which way do you want it? Come forward. Good boy. Stop and think. Good. Come forward. Stop and think. Thumb down. Just below the knot. Love on him. See how he kind of twitched there? It's because that was above him making that noise and that motion. Back up, stop and think. Everything's soft. Back up a step. Stop and think. And is it come forward? Is it lean forward? And right here, see, I'll even reward him when I see him lean there, see? I'll reward him when I see him lean backwards. Get him. Look at big hey. Being here on this curtain. Best place on the whole farm. Right here. Good place to be. Good boy. I'll get over on his skittish side. Right here, if he backs up, I'm just going to get right here. I'm just going to get right stop. But I want him to feel there's a little pressure and a little chaos back there for leaving that place. And his job is to figure out how to make the take a step, stop and think, lean back, stop and think, catch it, love it. Then you see the curtain move a little bit. Good boy. Back him up, stop and think, take a step. Stop and think. Love on him. Get his ass out. Good. Back him into it. Push it with your behind, please. Good. See, he'll do this with those noodles, but boy, this cowboy curtain, it's just got him a little bit buffaloed now. See how that's kind of, there we go. There, he didn't run, and I didn't keep him from going. Take a step, stop and think. Take a step, stop and think. Back yourself up. Good, back yourself up. Let those curtains rub you on the behind. And take a step and stop and think. A pet on you with your back. Take a step, stop and think. Come on out, stop and think. Come on out, stop and think. And just kind of take yourself a little walk around. I'll kind of be done there now.